Hi, today I'm going to show you how to make this folder. And today we are not going to make a notebook the way we made last time, or we are not going to make an organizer holder the way we did the other time. Today I'm going to show you how to make a pencil or pen holder. In fact, it's a folder or a kit. In fact, it's like a school kit, and it can hold everything once you customize it to how you want it to be. So this is how it will look. So let me open it for you. This is how you open it, and that's how you see. You have your pens here, you have your crayons, you have your pens, you have your color pencils, you have your highlighter pen, you have your other crayon, you have your ruler, and you have your rubber place. You see they're not falling out. So I basically want to show you how to make this, and this is, as usual, pretty easy. You can customize, you can just make it for your own pens only, or crayons only, or rubbers only, or rulers only, but this one I've made it for everything. So you open like this, you just tie it, and you carry it and put it in your bag. Okay, so we are going to need 2 sheets, one for the bottom and one will fold it in. I'll show you how to do it. So I'm going to take my pieces of cardboard which I had already cut. You cut the size you want, the size that you love. That's how you're going to do it. You cut the size that you love, and here in the middle we are going to have this. Basically, just watch my other videos and you'll see what to do. So I'm going to apply glue on the other side. You make sure that you use strong glue on the other side and on the side. So this is how you do it. So now I've finished putting my glue on the bottom side, and I've stuck it there. Now I'm going to take my other stronger glue and I'm going to put it on the so I'm going to fold it in. I've already put the glue, as you can see, and I'm folding it in. Make sure that it's tight, and bring the other side also in. Make sure that it is very tight. Now I'm going to take my glue and I'll put right here on the bottom and on the top, and on the bottom and on the top. And this is how you basically fold, like this, just the way you cover a book in school. And then you remember this, you have to hold until it dries before you move to the next step. So I'm going to take this and bring it over, as you can see, and just hold it down until it dries. Now this is done. Before you move on to the next step, you have to fold over. Make sure that it folds well. Fold it over and make sure that it folds well. This the middle cardboard, the middle board is thinner this time. Don't make it so big, it's thinner this time. It's not like the organizer folder whereby you need a big one. This one is just a small one. Okay, then you open it to move to the next. So I'm going to put that aside. I'm going to take the next piece of paper. So this next piece of paper, I'm going to make sure, and this is not a paper thin paper, this is this is a tablecloth, nylon tablecloth paper that is good and can be used. It's durable. That's why it's you can use it for, it's waterproof, so it's good. So I'm going to put my glue on the sides. On the sides, you can see I'm putting my glue on the sides. Then I'm going to fold over and hold until it dries. I'm going to fold it over the way you're seeing it, like this. I'm going to fold it over. Now, as you can see, I've already folded the middle part. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it over this so that it covers it. So I'm going to take my glue and I'm going to turn it over and I'm going to put it and I'm also going to take my white glue and I'm also going to apply to the middle part. You have to use strong glue. Then I'm going to put it over and I'm going to hold it to wait for it to dry. As we wait for this to dry, let's move to the next step. Now this is what we are going to make. I'm going to show you how to make this for your pens. This is another style. It's not the same as this style. It's not the same as this style. This is different. This one you put randomly. This one you follow a pattern. Basically you just start the whole thing. It's the same thing, but now this one you follow a pattern. This one you put where you want. If you want the ruler here, you put here. If you want the rubber here. But this one is for specific things like pens only, crayons only, color pencils. So you can customize it to what you like. So this is what we're going to learn next as we wait for the cover to dry. So first I'm going to take this. I'm going to cut a piece of material. Then I'm going to put my glue. This measurement must be able to fit in here when it's dry. So this is a bit longer. So I'll just put it in here and then cut later. So this is what you do. You cover one side, you turn over, and you hold. You hold until it's done, then you'll cut off the small piece that is hanging out. So this is how you make this. This is now what I've already made. So I had made this earlier. So now you're going to work on it. Now this method is not the random method. This takes a little time, so you have to be patient. So first I'll put the glue there, and I'll take this and hold until it dries. So after it's dried, you're going to lift like that. Then I'll put glue here and lift like that and put there. So let me show you. Then I'm going to lift it and put, depending on what I want to put. I'll hold it to dry. So if you watch now, the second part has dried. I hold here, again I bring it up, I take my glue, I'll put it, remember it's strong glue, and I will lift up again and hold it there. See, it's forming this pattern. So that's how you're going to do until we finish that one. So you're going to continue until we finish. But now I've already made this, so it's okay, I'll finish this later. Now let me see. So while you're making this project, you have to make sure that the measurements are correct, and before you move on to the next stage, you have to make sure that the stage that you're working on works well before you move on. Otherwise it will backfire on you. See, it's opening and closing, and it's well glued. So So now I'm going to take my glue, put on the bottom, then I'm going to make sure that I put it at the center, and before it sticks, you have to fold this over to make sure that it stays at the center. So this one is going to stay here at the center. Then I made another one. I'm going also to put my glue at the bottom side of it. Then this one I'll not put at the center. I'll try and put a little lower than the other one. So I'll hold them until they dry. As you're waiting for it to dry, let's move on to the next stage. Now we're going to make this, where we'll put our strings. This. So I've already cut some small pieces from a piece of leather that I have, and I'm just going to take my strong glue and I'll put it down there, and I'm going to take my string cut the size you like, and I'm going to put it there. Then I'm going to take my piece of leather, then I'm going to put my glue, then I'm going to stick it over it like that, and I'm going to do the same thing the other side. Now as you can see, I've stuck this side and I've also stuck this side. Now the strings are out. Now let's try and customize it. So I'm going to take a little bit of glue and put on my fingers, and I'm going to make this so a line so that I can push it through the bead, and you'll see it going through the bead. You just use a little glue, you see. So I'm going to put in my beads, then I'll tie a small knot to hold it so that the beads don't come out, and I'll cut out the extra. So I'm going to do the same to this other one. Now see, I've already made this. So I'll open to see how far it has dried. If it's dry, I'll start putting make sure that this is tighter. I'll start putting in my pens. So I'm going to put in my color pens. And as you can see, I've just finished. This is the one I've just made now. You see, I've put here all my color pens. This side I've put normal pens, a ball pen, fountain pen, a pencil, and my crayons. And this is how I'll, just like the other one. Sorry, the glue hadn't held in well. Just put it back and hold. So I'll wait for. So now I've waited for it to dry, and as you can see now, I have tied it. You just open it, and here it is. This is the other one I made. Once the glue dries, it's pretty tough. It can't come out. So here's the other one, and here's the one that I've just made now. So you just close, open, close, and open. Thank you, bye. And also subscribe.